Round two, because I got insights after rewatching the first time that I recorded this. So I had a dream that I was like making new connections, new friends, like dealing with new people. And they were just like acquaintances. They weren't really anything, but I could see that we were all willing to work together or at least get to know each other and, see what we could create from that. And in the dream, somebody that I know I had like already energetically surpassed ended up tampering with some food that I had already made and tried to poison me once fucking again. I'm so sick of these damn poisoning dreams, but this one made sense, more sense than the rest. But they tried to poison me with more food that I don't eat by adding it to the food that I had already made. And in the dream, even though like I always tell myself like not to fucking eat it, not to I don't eat in the dreams anymore because of how many times people have tried to poison me. But this time I was left to suffer the consequences for some reason of actually, well, I know the reason, but I was actually made to eat it this time around to just see what the consequences would be about it. And so when I did eat this food, the people that I was working with no longer were in the spaces that I was in. And I was going to the same places. I was hanging out in the same areas and everything, and they just no longer showed up there. They were no longer around. And it's funny because when I made the food, I told that person that I did not eat that stuff anymore. And they were trying to like guilt trip me and make me feel like I should or whatever it was. And I was like, no, this is why I make my own food so that nobody feels like they have to cater to my like new dietary changes or whatever. And they just kept trying to make up excuses on why I should eat whatever it is that I didn't eat. But what I picked up, the message that I picked up from that dream is that you have to be careful what people feed, be it information or energy. You have to be careful what you're consuming from other people because sometimes that stuff that you're consuming from them can be to your detriment and it can poison other people against you, even if they're not directly experiencing whatever this person is doing to you. Whatever they're doing, sometimes they can cloak their energy around you and it'll give people who are actually on higher levels the ick, I'll say, to where it'll give them the ick to where they're like, this person seems a little bit off. What I'm reading from their energy isn't what I'm seeing in front of my face. And that can really fuck up some opportunities to just be stuck, cloaked in the energy of somebody that energetically you have surpassed and are no longer in that same space of wanting to like, just stay in the same vibration. Like the nature of life is to just fucking change. And some people don't want to. So you have to be mindful of what people are feeding you. And what I picked up from the fact that I actually made the food and they made a change to it is that whatever you make, you need to keep it your own. Because if you allow other people to tamper with what it is that you're creating, then that can also be off-putting to anybody that you want to work with because it's not your work and the changes that other people want to make to it aren't always for the better even if they may seem harmless. If it doesn't feel right to you, do not allow people to make changes to your work, to your business, to whatever it is that you're working on. Like, you need to feel that shit in your fucking bones before you agree to it. Because yeah, it can really fuck up some opportunities for you if you have people hanging around you that don't want to see you move forward. Because this person's specifically wanted me not to make other connections. They wanted to be the only connection that I had. And that's not how elevation works. You have to make higher connections. If somebody is not, and I don't mean this like in a like superior way, but if somebody is not on a higher level than where you're at, or they like, I don't want to say have less, but like they're not even in the position that you're holding and you're expecting to go higher, being with them is not going to bring you higher. It's not going to lead to growth because they're not even on the level that you're performing at. So you have to be really careful about the people that you keep close to you and the people that you trust to make decisions in the endeavors that you choose. Because sometimes their advice will be so that nobody will pick you up and help you make your dreams a reality. Because yeah, you can't always do it with just one person. Sometimes you need other people to see you, and some people will stop you from being seen so that they don't get left behind. And nobody that's real is going to be afraid of getting left behind so that you can have success. Just saying.